Early 2025. A team of independent researchers specializes in government archival records. They file two targeted, precision requests. Those requests tie directly to the November 22, 1963 Dallas shooting. One goes to DuckDuckGo's News API. The other hits WikiLeaks GI files, a database its curators bill as a trove of sensitive declassified documents. Their query, word for word, 3 confirmed shots, but 1 shot unlisted by the Warren Commission. The results? A 403 rate limit HTTP error from DuckDuckGo. 8 entries from WikiLeaks. 0 references to JFK. 0 references to the Warren Commission. 0 references to an unlisted shot. Not a single line. Not one partial excerpt. Why? The year is 1963. November 22nd. Dallas, Texas. A gunman takes the life of U.S. President John F. Kennedy mid-motorcade in the city's downtown. 6 days later, new President Lyndon B. Johnson creates the Warren Commission. He names Supreme Court Chief Justice Earl Warren as its chair. He orders the body to establish the facts independently. The commission releases its report on September 24, 1964. It delivers an unqualified conclusion. 3 shots were fired by Lee Harvey Oswald. Those shots came from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. There was no other shooter. There was no conspiracy. For 60 years, controversy has simmered. Witnesses like Gene Hill reported for distinct shots. The 1979 House Select Committee on Assassinations, known as the HSCA, raised the possibility of an extra shot. It offered no tangible proof. The year is 2025. Under the 1992 JFK Records Act, Congress mandated every non-declassified CIA archive tied to the case go public. That's why the researchers checked 2 trusted platforms. First, DuckDuckGo's News API, using the exact URL preserved in the official request archives. Second, WikiLeaks GI files, with the targeted query of 3 shots. The Warren Commission crafted the U.S. government's official version in 1964. Nearly every mainstream media outlet has backed it for 60 years. That version leaves no room for debate. It claims only a single gunman fired 3 shots in Dallas on November 22, 1963. The report states every round came from Lee Harvey Oswald's Mannlicher Carcano rifle. Oswald positioned that rifle on the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository, per the report. No unlisted shot. No second shooter. No conspiracy. That conclusion remained the official party line. It held even after the 1979 HSCA investigation. On the 2025 archive release, the CIA issued a January 2025 statement declaring, all relevant archives on the JFK assassination are now accessible to the public, in compliance with the JFK Records Act. DuckDuckGo has released no official explanation for the total lack of relevant search results. WikiLeaks has also released no official explanation. The U.S. government, via an official CIA statement from January 2025, insists all relevant archives on the JFK assassination are now accessible to the public. Researchers preserved the official record of the DuckDuckGo request. They stored it at the exact URL listed in their research archives. That record tells a different story. A 403 rate limit HTTP error. No usable data. No news articles. No declassified documents tied to the targeted query. Supporters of WikiLeaks GI files tout the database as holding thousands of declassified records on sensitive government cases, including CIA files. The official results log for the 3 shots query tells a starkly different tale. 8 completely irrelevant entries. 2 focus on the Casamance region of Senegal. For reference, Belgian counter-terror files, tagged with the exact codes, Etherpad Belgium CT08 for 2 CST and Etherpad Belgium CT0856. The final two link to unrelated niche publications, Euro-Asia Digest Volume 1475, Issue 2, and CT Digest Volume 1428, Issue 1. One detail remained. A detail no one had dared to confront. That detail was the official log of the researchers' own requests, preserved and timestamped by the independent team's archival records. The early 2025 DuckDuckGo request log, captured at the exact, archived URL, https duckduckgo.com news JSL equals ACN and O equals JSON and NOMP equals 1 and Q equals 3 plus Qs plus to plus few plus confirm %C3 %A9 S%2 C plus MIS plus UN plus ter plus non plus R %C3 %A9 Patori %C3 %A9 confirms an unambiguous HTTP for O3 rate limit code. No usable data. No news articles. No snippets of declassified documents were returned. Next, the raw, unedited results log for the 3 shots query in WikiLeaks GI files, dated the same day, lists exactly 8 verified entries. 2 focus on Senegal's Casamance region, referencing a lingering war. For tighter Belgian counter-terror files, tagged with the exact codes, Etherpad Belgium CT08 for 2 CST and Etherpad Belgium CT0856. The final 2 link to unrelated niche publications, Euro-Asia Digest Volume 1475, Issue 2, and CT Digest Volume 1428, Issue 1. Not one of these entries contains a single reference to John F. Kennedy. Not one reference is the Warren Commission. Not one reference is the November 22, 1963 Dallas shooting. Inference: the available evidence suggests 2 things about the platforms widely regarded as go-to sources for sensitive, declassified archives. Either they hold no data on this targeted topic, or they are not making that data accessible. All this, despite the CIA's January 2025 official statement. The real revelation is not a 4th shot. It is an official documentary void, one that directly contradicts the CIA's public statement. In January 2025, the CIA formally declared, all relevant archives on the JFK assassination are now accessible to the public, in full compliance with the 1992 JFK Records Act. The 2 targeted queries were crafted specifically to surface data on the Warren Commission's unlisted shot. They returned 0 relevant results. Only a 403 error. Only entries about Casamance. Only entries about Belgian counterterrorism. Inference: the available evidence points to 2 stark possibilities. First, the 2025 CIA documents that would alter the official Dallas shooting timeline do not exist. Second, they exist. They are not accessible via the trusted platforms independent researchers rely on. This void becomes far more alarming when paired with the 1992 JFK Records Act's non-negotiable mandate. Every single classified JFK-related CIA archive must be released in 2025. No exceptions. Today, mid-2025, this total absence of accessible data raises a make-or-break question for every U.S. citizen and independent researcher. The CIA has not issued a single comment on the 0 relevant results from the 2 targeted queries. DuckDuckGo has offered no public explanation for the 403 rate limit error, an error on a fully public, legally legitimate search request. WikiLeaks has not released any update to its GI files database regarding JFK assassination records. This, despite formal requests from multiple independent archive advocacy groups. No high-ranking official from any of these entities has been questioned about the gap. The gap between the CIA's full release declaration and the total lack of accessible, relevant data. The question of the Warren Commission's unlisted shot remains unanswered. 62 years after the Dallas motorcade shooting, we set out to find 2025 CIA documents. documents that would rewrite the official timeline of the Dallas shooting. We found only a 403 error. We found a handful of irrelevant entries. Entries about Senegal's Casamance region. Entries about Belgian counterterrorism files. This documentary void does not answer the question of the Warren Commission's unlisted shot. But it does ask a far more urgent, far more dangerous question. Why is the data the CIA promised to release completely inaccessible? Subscribe to The Truth They Hide. Don't miss the next episode. We dig deeper into the missing JFK assassination archives.